Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to your July 2020 Taroscope. I do want to apologize for it being a little delayed. I did Pisces right before yours, and theirs took a little bit longer than I thought to upload, but not as long as all the issues I had last month with Scorpio taking literally 5 days to upload. So, yeah, so if you are new to my channel, what I do is I shuffle 8 cards and the ninth card, which is your overall energy off camera, and then I clarify with, you can see the decks up there, I clarify using those, basically, and then I have, one is a clarifier deck, one is sex magic, romance angels, and notes from the universe. And the reason why I do it this way is because I record everything from my phone, and then from my phone I upload it directly to YouTube app, which takes sometimes a bit of time. Sometimes takes a while, so that is why there is often a delay in the videos and they take a while. So yeah, Sagittarius, let's get into your read for July 2020. Alright, so your first card is the Four of Swords. I don't know why I was about to say wands. But the Four of Wands. Oh my god, the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords do represent air signs, so that would be Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini. So you could have those placements. You could be dealing with someone who has those placements. But either way, this card is about a multitude of things. For some of you, you just need to take time and rest and relax and recharge. Some of the Sagittariuses I know have been really working very hard to achieve their fitness goals. They are really working hard at their job. Some are doing both, what have you. And, just in case you were like the Sagittariuses I know, it's okay to take a breather, take a rest, do what you need to do to recharge. But others of you may be in a deep depression, might be dealing with deep sadness that is causing you to be in a state of lethargicness and not really wanting to do anything and go anywhere, move anywhere. You kind of want to be in bed all day, which if that's your overall energy, that's fine and that's okay. But for those of you who are in a place of, overdoing things and doing too much and not allowing yourself to rest, please take the time to rest before, something happens that's going to make you rest, So just take care of yourselves. For those of you who are in a sad, depressive state and you're not really doing anything to go anywhere, I hope that it passes and things will be okay, but I will never, ever, ever push someone who is in a depressive state to move forward when sometimes it's really hard to. And I understand that, so I'm not pushing that at all. But I'm going to try to get an idea of why. It could just be a deep sadness and not actual, full-on depression. But those who are depressed, I really do hope that things do get better for you. And that you have that this energy doesn't last, hopefully, all of July. This could be an energy that you are coming into, you're currently in, or just came out of too, okay? So, let's start your read. So your first card is the Chariot in reverse, which can represent a Cancer. But, so if you have Cancer placements or are dealing with someone who has Cancer placements, I'd be a little bit careful right now because things could be a little bit rocky with them. And also, right now when we're filming this, it's still Cancer season. So be careful. You might not have the best Cancer season this month going on, which Cancer season started, I want to say, June 21st. And it's going to end July 21st. So if you were watching this before July 21st, or you're watching it and you're like, oh, okay, this is why Cancer season may have been rough for some of you. But anyways, this card, the Chariot card, is about moving places. But when it's in reverse, it's about stuck, stagnation. Nothing is going anywhere. And I want to say in general, just looking at your cards as an overall layout, I do think there's a lot of stuckness and stagnation and not really going anywhere. And it could be because of, yes, everything that is going on in the world with, you know, the having to either self-quarantine because you are sick, or just quarantining and social distancing because you're trying not to get sick. You know, a lot of things are kind of on hold right now, and not too much is going on because of the current state of the world. So that could be exactly why everything is stagnant. You could be living somewhere in the world where you are very lucky and COVID is not actually affecting you, and in the country you live in, and you are in a period of not going anywhere. Things aren't moving anywhere. It depends. But for some of you, yes, you are just really in a period of stagnation. It could be mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, everything. Nothing's going anywhere. You do have the Seven of Swords. Again, swords represent air signs, which would be Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini. So some of you may be dealing with that person who has those placements. You may have those placements. But like I was saying earlier, for some of you, you are putting too much on your plate and you are trying to do too much and you're overworking yourself. And now you're kind of in a place of like either a whole bunch of projects or things that you were trying to do has either been stalled because you took too much on, or or you're just in this mess of it where you really are just, you maybe took too much on where you had to like, nope, I can't do any of this anymore. You're coming out of a place of having juggling so much, or you kind of messed up some things from juggling too much. That card is about like you've taken on too much responsibilities, you're doing too much. And in reverse, it's like you're either stuck in that like I would say cycle of doing too much and not giving yourself a rest, because again, some of you need to rest and take time to rest and give yourself space from things. Others of you, you may not be taking on enough stuff and you have no swords in your hands, because in the After Tarot deck, this card is like, there's usually like a rope near his foot, and it's like, you got so much on your plate they kind of don't see where you're going. But I see some of you are coming out of it. I've just come out of this kind of space, or you are kind of stuck in it for right now. I don't know how long it'll last, but you do have the Page of Pentacles in reverse. You have quite a few cards in reverse, like half of your cards are in reverse. So I think some of you really are in a period of stagnation, or coming out of a period of stagnation and things like that. I do think that's true for some of you. So with the Page of Pentacles, which Pentacles do represent earth signs, which would be Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus. Or you could have those placements. You could be dealing with someone out of those placements. But either way, to me, this card is like there was some type of offer. I don't think it was a huge, big offer. But it was an offer that either you weren't into it, or the other person that you were potentially dealing with wasn't feeling it. It was a really small offer where I don't necessarily think it's going to, like, in the grand scheme of things, I don't think it's going to mess up stuff. But it could be an offer that because if you had too much going on and you didn't know how to handle it, that you kind of like went, nope, sorry. And it makes a lot of sense because you do have the Eight of Cups up right next, which cups do represent water signs, which would be Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer, which all of their videos are up. So I just want to make that clear just in case there's a water sign watching. All of you guys' all the water and earth sign videos are up. Yes. So, sorry. So the Eight of Cups, if you aren't dealing with a water sign or you don't have water sign placements, this card is about walking away from something. Whether it's you're walking away because the situation didn't work out, or the person you're dealing with, like someone is walking away from a situation, whether it's because the situation didn't work out or because they were no longer feeling it, or they gave up before there was any needing to walk away. It is definitely walking away from something or someone. Who did it? It could be you, it could be the other person. If the cross watcher is watching, you could be trying to figure out why a Sagittarius has walked away from you, which a lot of people try to figure that out because some Sagittariuses, unfortunately, if you don't know, you guys do have a reputation for ghosting people a lot, or you telling people that you're kind of gonna leave, but you really don't give a good reason. You need to do anyways. Like, you guys, sadly, Sagittarius, you guys have that reputation for just being people who ghost and leave and kind of walk away. I'm sorry, my voice is like bleh today. But yeah, that's the I don't know why I keep wanting to say representation and not reputation. That is the reputation that some of you guys have. Not all of you, obviously, but some of you do really, and some of you really are like that. But you guys are known for that. So I just want to make sure whoever is the person in the situation walking away, make sure you're walking away for good reasons, and make sure sometimes you need to tell people why you're walking away. You do. Don't leave people in the dark. Which I think last month yours was about like an ex coming back, or like needing to get over an ex. So if that could still be it, you're still trying to heal and walk away from that. We do have the Three of Pentacles, which again, Pentacles do represent earth signs. But this card is usually, so threes in tarot in general are usually, it could be about third party situations, which would be like love triangle situations, cheating situations, but it doesn't necessarily have to be cheating. It could be, so third party situations can range from anything, like I have said before. Third party situations could be you, a boss, and another coworker. It could be you and two coworkers, and it doesn't have to be a romantic situation at all. It could be like you and two coworkers could be having an issue with another coworker, or you and a coworker got into it and now a boss has to get involved and like figure out where to go, or you had an issue with a customer or a client or something, and like, you know what I mean, someone has to come in and intervene. It could be something like that. So it doesn't have to be romantic, but in the romantic sense, a third party situation, yes, could be about you having a crush on two people. You can be single and have a crush on two people, or they could be single and have a crush on two different people, depending on who you're dealing with. Or yes, you could be very much booed up in a relationship, committed, and have someone else on the side, or vice versa, so yes. So threes do represent third party situations, but this card though, when it's not about third party situations, this card is usually about traditions, beliefs, values, morals, like that. Usually when it's upright, it's kind of like they're good. They're either good or they're getting better and growing. To me, when it's upright, it's like your morals and beliefs aren't really in a good place right now. You maybe aren't trusting institutions, like you maybe aren't trusting your workplace right now. You're not maybe trusting, if you go to school, you're kind of weary about school. You could be weary about other institutions in the world going on, medical institutions, anything. You're just very like, I don't know about the systems and things like that. You can be questioning your spirituality and religious stuff. It's like things like that is kind of coming into play for some of you. The next card is the Queen of Swords, which again, swords do represent air signs. So you have 1, 2, so this is 3, the third sword card. So yeah, some of you may really be dealing with an air sign. If you aren't dealing with an air sign though, the Queen of Swords in reverse is about not being able to see through the bullshit and cut through it. Like, either one, okay, I'm going to say there's two things. Either you are oblivious to it and really can't see it, so you're not being able to cut out the bullshit, or you're very much aware that something that is going on is bullshit, and you're not cutting it out. You're not doing the things that you need to do to get rid of that person or get rid of that situation. Or it could be vice versa. The person you're dealing with needs to cut you out, and they're being oblivious to how you are. Either way, someone involved in this situation is having trouble cutting out bullshit and things that aren't working for them. Okay? It could be anything. It could be cutting out friendships. It could be cutting out jobs and toxic situations. And you're not cutting it out and you're allowing it. Or you're oblivious to those things are happening to you, but they're happening to you and you are not able to see the bullshit and you're not getting rid of it. Okay? So we do have the Hangman, which can represent, I think, a Taurus or a Pisces sometimes. But anyways, the Hanged Man is about your perspective. So some of you are in a place where your perspective is going to be tested, and it is most likely going to change. And I hope it's changing for the better. Someone's perspective is changing, though. It could be on, because again, it could be a multitude of things. It could be work, it could be friendships, it could be romance, it could be your belief on certain things that are happening in the media, whatever. Like, your perspective on something is changing for some of you. And the last card is the Hermit card, which can represent a Virgo. So some of you may be dealing with the Virgo. You may have Virgo placements. They could have Virgo placements. It doesn't have to necessarily be their sun sign. But this card is, if you're not dealing with a Virgo, this card is about needing to be a hermit, needing to be by yourself and take time to think. Some of you need time to rest. Some of you need to take time to heal. Whichever it is that applies to you and your situation, that's what you need to do. If you need to take time away from people, just because you need to take time away from people, do it. If you've been overworking yourself and you are really tired and you have not been getting good sleep and just aren't taking care of yourself, you need to go be a hermit and do that and take care of you and kind of put yourself first and kind of keep to yourself right now. Like, some of you do really need to be a hermit and keep it to yourself. Sorry, my kitty cat wanted attention. She is a cutie pie. Alrighty. So, let's clarify what's going on for Sagittarius for July 2020. Why is the Four of Swords there? What's going on with Sagittarius? Let's clarify the Four of Swords. Oh, this one would pop out. Okay. So, the Hierophant is up here. So, yeah, some of you really maybe just doing too much work. Some of you may have overthought about things where you kind of tired yourself out. But I think that this is like a rest that is needed. You need to take this rest. Some of you really do need to take this rest. I recommend it. Please don't ignore it. Like, really search your... sorry, I had to move. Now I can see a little bit of my cat. Sorry. But you really need to take time to rest and trust your higher self right now. Like, yeah. Whew. Because I can't remember if it's the Hierophant or the High Priestess, but one of those cards has to do with pregnancy. And some of you may need to rest because you're pregnant. Okay? Or the person you are dealing with needs to rest because they're pregnant. So, we'll see. Okay. Why is the Chariot in reverse here for Sagittarius? You have the Ace of Pentacles. So, yeah. Things aren't moving forward, aren't going anywhere, because either there is a lack of solid foundation, there's a lack of sturdiness, stableness. Like, it's not a nurturing, it's not a good situation. Things aren't going anywhere because there could be a lack of finances or career opportunities right now. So things are kind of stuck and stagnant and aren't going anywhere. But if it's in terms of relationship, like, it's not a solid enough foundation, so it's not going anywhere. Like, of course it's not going to go anywhere if it's not, solid and nurturing. Okay, why is the Seven of Swords in reverse in this read? Why is the Seven of Swords in reverse in this read for Sagittarius? Oh, that's okay. So this is the Eight of Cups in the After Tarot deck, and this one is about like you walking away from something or the other person you're dealing with. It's basically about someone walking away from someone, a situation, what have you, and then someone else kind of coming in and swooping up your dreams. So it's asking you, like, if you are walking away from a situation, if you're deciding to put down all your swords or put down all your cups and the things that you were doing, make sure that's what you really want, because someone else can come in and swoop it. Like, someone else can come in and take your dream. Someone else can, whether it's a person, a career option, what have you. It's like, really decide on if walking away is the right thing, or this could be the other person too. Like, is walking away really the right thing? Because, you know, if it's not, you need to be careful, because someone else can swoop in and see how amazing and wonderful these things are that you walked away from, or these people, or this person that you walked away from. They're like, oh, this is a really good person. Let me come out here and, you know, take my chance with them. You know, and here's the thing. This person, so this is the same card. One is the After Tarot. One is the... Sorry, my finger is kind of blocking it. One is the After Tarot. And one is from the regular deck. So, see this person right here? That's them. So since your back is turned and walking away, you haven't noticed someone else has come in and swooped up. And that person who's looking at that cup, they're really looking at that cup like, I want this. They're not hesitant. They're going to take that opportunity. Right? Remember, this was clarifying the Seven of Swords in reverse. So that Seven of Swords in reverse was, I was saying that either you guys had too many projects going on and you were stuck in working on all those projects, or you have just been in a situation where you had to let go of all those projects, or you decided to walk away from them. And the reason why I do think some of you decided to walk away from something is because you have the Eight of Cups there, and then it's being, the Seven of Swords is being clarified, by it. So yeah, I think some of you really need to be careful, just because, like, you know, this person who may be swooping in and kind of taking your glory and things that you could have had, they look like they really want it, and if they really want it, they might put in more effort. And that sometimes, you know, I don't know. I feel like Sagittarius, you guys really have, some of you guys have a really bad habit of, I think, like, blocking your own blessings, you know, and, you know, and I think that's why sometimes you guys walk away from, and you guys have that again, you guys have a reputation of walking away from things when you probably shouldn't have. So I would just really advise to make sure that what you're walking away from is something that you genuinely do want to walk away from it, and you're not walking away out of, I'm scared of getting hurt, or I'm scared, like, I'm going to try really hard and it's not going to work out and I'm not going to get this job, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, if you don't try and put in the effort and see where it can go, then it's like, of course it's not going to go anywhere and it's all going to fall apart and fail. Like, of course, you know? Okay. Sorry for that little tangent, but that has to be said. Alright. Page of Pentacles. Why is that in reverse? Because of the Empress card in reverse. So, some of you, it could be a romantic situation for sure, where there was an offer of love and you're like, I'm not really interested in this person, or this person isn't really interested in you. You not thinking that you're good enough, kind of messing up your own shot, your situation. I think that's what it is. Some of you either thought you weren't good enough, or whoever it is in the situation, whether it's you or them, didn't think they were good enough and that messed things up. And so either they walked away, or if they didn't walk away, they did other things that like self-sabotaged it, or just, you didn't see the other person as your ideal person, your emperor. They didn't see you as empress or emperor, like something like that. Okay, why is the Eight of Cups in this read? Why is the Eight of Cups in this read? Okay, we have two cards coming. Both of them are swords. So we have the Knight of Swords and the Two of Swords. So I definitely will say that you may have either come to a decision. So there's two things going on. Either you or the other person came to a decision too quickly, because the Knight of Swords is all about like quick action and movement. And you came to a decision maybe too quickly. You didn't think about it. And, and it could be a situation with because it's also the Two of Swords is here. It could have been a decision, because this is clarifying the Eight of Cups. Remember, the Eight of Cups is about walking away from a situation. So either you decided way too quickly to walk away, whoever it is in the scenario, you or them. It was a little bit too quickly, and it could have been because you were maybe trying to decide between two people or two things, two jobs, and you were really kind of swift about it. Like, it was so quick. Like, it was maybe a little bit too quick where you really didn't think about it, is what I'm seeing with those two cards, clarifying it. It could have been a love offer, wherever. Like, you really just went, nope. Then you made the decision a little bit too quick, I think. I don't know, Sagittarius, but be careful. Don't be blocking your blessings. Now, if this other person is doing this to you and they're blocking their blessings, make sure you know your worth. Okay, why is the Three of Pentacles here for Sagittarius in reverse? Why is the Three of Pentacles here for Sagittarius? Oh, okay, that's interesting. So you have the of Pentacles, which is Seven of Pentacles is usually about like hard work and being proud of your hard work and kind of being like, look, it's paid off. Great. So I think some of you may have some hard work to do on either to figure out what you believe in, where your morals are. Because I said, like, your morals could be your beliefs, whether they're religious or not, like, they're being tested right now. So I think some of you really need to look hard and really self-reflect. Some of you, because I said this could be with third-party situations, some of you are working hard to either fix the situation, whether it's a work or romantic situation. You are working really hard to either fix it, or you're really working hard to not be that kind of person who keeps putting themselves into cheating situations or scenarios where you were being picked over someone else. Like, you're trying hard to not be involved with that anymore. Why is the Queen of Swords in reverse in this read? Ooh. All right. So you have the Six of Cups in reverse, which this card is about someone or something new coming towards you, a new cycle beginning, new people coming towards you. So you could have someone new coming towards you that may blindside you and make you a little bit like unable to maybe see the truth of things. Okay? Because the Queen of Swords in reverse is about it's the ability of not being able to cut out bullshit or anything that's unnecessary. So I do think someone new is coming in, and it could be like this new person coming in is bad news and you're not like getting rid of them. Or it could be an old person trying to come in a new approach, and you're like, and their new approach because usually the Six of Cups, when it's upright, is about like an old person coming back or you being nostalgic. But I don't think this is nostalgic necessarily. Or if it is an old person, they're coming with a new approach, and you might be a little bit blindsided to that new approach. Okay, why is the Hangman here in this read? Why is the Hangman in this read? Okay, that's weird. You have the King of Swords, which is basically like, you know, the male masculine energy to the Queen of Swords. But yeah, I think some of you, your perspective is changing because you're trying to become more like this. You're trying to become a person who can be gentle and soft and allow good things in, but also being able to like know when to pick up that sword and crown and know when to like rule and be like, no, this is not acceptable, and you know, like that. Being able to be authoritative. I think some of you are trying to be able to have that good balance. All right, and why is the Hermit card here for Sagittarius? Oh, and this one already want to fall out too. Again, a 3. You got the 3 of Cups, but it's in reverse. So there could be a journey or an expedition, something new. A cycle is coming to an end, and something new is beginning finally for some of you. And it could be after taking some time to heal and think about things and think about where you want to go, and maybe resting. A new cycle of things are coming towards you. You could be, again, you could have been a third party situation, and you need to have taken some time away to heal from either you being cheated on, or you need to look inside you and figure out if what you were doing was okay. Something like that. On the lines of that is what I'm seeing. But overall, I feel like with everything, I do feel like some of you really took on too much. And whether some of the stuff that you took on maybe wasn't necessarily solid and good, but you took on too much, it tired you out, and you need some time to rest and heal and get better, and then being in a better state of when you can be like, nope, this is too much, I can't do this. Nope, being able to say no to people. And then some of you, it is a romantic situation where either you or the other person involved was like, took on too much, this isn't a good solid situation. You walked away because either you decided that this wasn't going to work before you even had proof of it not being able to work. And so now you're in a situation where either, you're really upset and hurt that you hurt this other situation, or the person is hurt and upset that you did this, and they're stuck on you. And you or the other person is coming in with like this new approach and trying to like maybe get things back to where they were, but they might be a little hesitant. They might be like, no. Or they may allow you to come in, but they're still also trying to like be strong and authoritative, or you are trying to be strong and authoritative and being like, no, and trying to like set boundaries is what I'm saying so far. I hope that wasn't confusing. I hope that made sense. What else? Okay, I was going to ask what else you guys need to know. And you do have the Moon card, which this can be about Pisces, which I feel like Sagittarius in all of your reads, you keep getting this card. So there could be some secrets still that have not yet come to light that are going to. These may be secrets that you're holding on to and not the other person. I don't know, but someone's holding on to some secrets. Or you could be dealing with the Pisces, or Pisces is who you're supposed to be with, and maybe you're just like making it difficult for them to come through. You do have the Queen of Swords again, so it's the inability to block out unnecessary stuff. Some of you really are in this space of not being able to block out and take out things that aren't working for you in your life, which is weird because some Sagittarius are very good at removing themselves. Or your issue is you need to stop removing yourself from situations that aren't good, but you keep doing it. I should say this better. So some of you, yes, have the issue of you don't know when to remove unnecessary people, places, work whatever from your life that you don't need. Some of you don't know how to do that. And then others of you are like, you have this really bad habit of just blocking everything out where nothing good comes in either, or you don't allow good things to happen to you. So it's like you need your inability to cut that that like self-defense mechanism out, like your inability to like not be able to have a better handle on that is causing more pain on your end without you maybe even realizing it. Okay, hope that made sense. And give me 2 more cards. What's going on? What else does Sagittarius need to know for July 2020? Okay, you have the Lovers card. So some of you could have Gemini placements, or dealing with a Gemini, or dealing with someone who has Gemini placements. But this card is a soulmate card about, love, good things coming your way. So you could have a soulmate coming up soon, or it could be this person is your soulmate and maybe you've messed up, or, like you guys are soulmates and one of you messed up. And what else do we have for Sagittarius? One more card for Sagittarius, please. There we go. Look at the Hermit again, but this time in reverse. So some of you are coming out of your Hermit phase and you've probably learned your lesson. You're coming into a better place. Some of you are, so for those of you who are maybe stuck in that phase though for a little while. All right. So sex magic time. All right. What do we have? Oh, this already want to come out. Which is the 4 of Swords, is what it looks like. It's in reverse. What else does Sagittarius need to know for July 2020? All right. You have the Devil in reverse. I can't remember if that has to do with seduction or temptation in this. Okay. You have the 8 of Swords in reverse. All right, and that one wanted to fly out, which is the Queen of Swords. So you have a lot of sword energy in your read. So some of you may be dealing with an air sign or have dealt with an air sign, and maybe that's who you really need to reconcile with, or they need to reconcile with you, or that's who you messed up things with, whatever. But I think there's a lot of air energy surrounding you guys this month. Okay, so we're in Swords. Okay, so you have the 4 of Swords in reverse. Okay, so in terms of sexted timeness, this card is about masturbating. So since you got in reverse, some of you are not masturbating right now. There's a lack of it. And, okay, so this says, excitement allows you to overcome a lack of affection. However, if this should continue, you will have to seek forgiveness and not punish yourself excessively for your errors. So look, some of you, are not like, some of you aren't masturbating, some of you aren't like, any tensions you may have, you're not releasing that. But if but yeah, it says that some of you, however, if this should continue, you will have to seek forgiveness and not punish yourself. So some of you, I think, are in a situation where you've messed up. Like, you've messed up and you're not, like, taking it serious, because it is talking about, like, you will have to seek forgiveness and not punish yourself. So maybe some of you don't need to seek forgiveness. Maybe it's past the point of seeking for forgiveness. Like, you've just messed it up big time where they might not forgive you now. Like, it's gone on too long. Which, if you were a Sagittarius, like anything like my very first boyfriend, Josh, who was a Sagittarius, he took a really, really long time to apologize to me for what he did. In a roundabout way, pretty much said that he wished things were different and he hadn't messed it up because, yeah. And, don't want to get into that too much, but, like, don't be like him. Don't take too long to say something to where it's kind of, like, too late and you're in a situation of there's really nothing we can do about it now. Don't be that guy. Don't be him. Don't be him. Okay, sorry. Okay, so you have the devil, but you got it in reverse. This is usually about magnetism, but there might be a lack of that. Eros is a grandiose force that when deviated becomes dangerous. It wreaks deception, betrayal, or blackmail. So some of you may be coming out of that phase of betrayal, deception, not deception. And it doesn't have to mean like you actually straight up lied. You may have not even said anything, but that is in a way being deceitful too. Some of you may be coming out of that, or you are stuck in that phase of being that way. Okay, the next one was the Eight of Swords. And then I think the last one is the Queen of Swords, right? Yeah. We're almost done here. Sorry, guys. I know some people don't like long reads, but mine ends up being long. Eight of Swords, which is in reverse. So this is about scratching. So there may be a lack of scratching. Things get itchy. You should, offer some nice back scratches. But there's a lack of that right now. And then it says green frees sensuality and allows the body to guide the spirit before the mind can guide the body. You can't teach the flesh if it is not willing to learn from you. So, yeah, I think that some of you are in a place where you are blocking really good and wonderful things from yourself, from other people, whoever's doing it in this situation. Like, you're blocking good things, and you could have some really good fun times, and you're just blocking it. Blocking. Okay, and then this one. I wanted to make sure that was right. Okay, so it is the Queen of Swords, for sure. And this one's about exploring. You got it up right. So, solitude is not death. A undesired partner must be sent away, even at the cost of breaking your own heart. So, okay, so sexually this means for some of you need to be doing some exploring. But in terms of actual romance situation, if you really are not vibing with someone, or they aren't vibing with you, sorry if you can hear that. That's either fireworks or gunshots. But look, if you aren't really feeling this person, you need to be honest, though, and tell them that you're not. Like, hey, I had fun, but really this isn't working for me. But make sure that's how you really feel. Don't just tell someone you're not feeling it and that's not true. Like, don't, like I said, don't be Josh. Don't be someone who says they're not feeling it, or you're purposely doing things to ruin things when you actually are, like, into it. If you're not feeling it, be honest and tell someone you're not. And just be like, hey, and don't say that it's not me, it's you. Just be like, I am just not feeling this connection. I'm sorry. There's not enough chemistry here. I don't want to keep this going, and I don't want to lead you on. If you say that, you are more likely to be in a better situation, even if it hurts you to hurt someone else. Like, you just need to be honest, though. Because that's the thing, Sagittarius, you guys don't tell people necessarily what went wrong or why you're deciding to dip, and that causes the issue. So make sure you tell people why it's not working, okay? If that's what it is. Okay, what else? Romance angels, what do we have for Sagittarius for July 2020? Okay. We have true love. This is the love of a life. This is the romance of a lifetime. So for some of you, this is true love. So don't mess it up. Okay, what else do we have for Sagittarius? I'm going to try to wrap it up. Okay? You deserve love. You are lovable. So I don't know if you operate from a place of thinking that you're not good enough, but that's not true. You are. You deserve love. You are worthy of love, and you are worthy to give love. Don't be blocking your blessings. Ooh, look at, keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual types and expectations. So, whatever your usual type and expectations are, it could be really someone entirely different. Keep an open mind. Be open. And one last romance angel card for Sagittarius for July 2020. All right. Playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit a fun to shine. I feel like that last one isn't too hard for you Sagittarius, because you guys do like having fun. You guys are good at fun. You guys excel at fun. You just need to also be able to mix the fun with the serious, and know how to like really adapt to a good relationship. Okay. Not romance. Notes from the universe. Give me 2 cards for Sagittariuses. Come on. Okay. So we have create space for new love. Some of you, yes. When a thing hurts your eyes, stop looking at it. When it hurts your ears, stop listening to it. When it hurts your heart, stop justifying it. Love you so much, the universe. So for some of you who are the Queen of Swords in reverse energy, where you are having a really hard time cutting out unnecessary things from your life, you need to, so you can have something new and good coming towards you. If you have a bad habit of doing things that stops any type of love coming towards you, stop it, so you can have love come towards you. And then your last note from the universe is, earlier disappointments were just rehearsal for the great stuff coming your way. Never regret love, no matter how blind it improved your vision. No matter how foolish, it made you wiser. And no matter how generous, it made you more. Hubba hubba, the universe. Yeah, look. If things didn't work out before, if there was one relationship that really just like kind of was the pinnacle of what made you feel like you can't, be open and like, open to receive love and give love, you need to let that go. Because I really do think, I'm friends with a lot of Sagittariuses. I have had a lot of Sagittarius in my life. And sorry, my throat. You guys really are some of the most amazing people, and good people, and kind-hearted people, and caring, and funny, and yet you guys get so caught up on this one thing that hurt you more than any other sign, I think. And like, especially men, Sagittarius, you really let that thing kind of like deeply define you. And which, yeah, things that hurt us do define us, but you let it define you to the point of where it becomes just like a detriment, and it ruins things for you guys. And you guys put yourself like, and you'll meet someone great who maybe is really the person that you would want to be with, but then you sabotage it because you're scared of the earlier disappointments. You're scared to create space for something new. You feel like you aren't worthy of it, or you feel like you are worthy of it, but someone is going to ultimately mess it up and hurt you. And you don't want to do that again, and which I get, no one wants to do that again. But you guys run away when you don't have to or don't need to, and then you end up causing pain to other people. Like, I know you guys are some of the most caring people, because I have friends who are just, that's it, we're just platonic, that is all it's ever going to be, and I love them dearly, and they are the sweetest people. Sagittarius is like, you don't know how much I love y'all, like, really. And I wish you all could see how wonderful and amazing you are, and how much, I know you guys are fire signs, but you guys really do light up people's lives. Like, you do, for real. I think more than the other fire signs. And this isn't, and I'm not trying to diss the other fire signs at all, because I know some amazing people who are Aries and Leos. But like Sagittarius, there is something so special about you guys, and you let one thing of hurt really just destroy and be a detriment to your other, especially romance. You guys really let that, like, you let that one thing just destroy it. And you have people who really would be good for you, that you break their hearts in attempts to trying to stop your heart being broken hardcore, and then you end up passing that cycle of hurt around because of that. And you guys need to stop that. You need to really understand that, like, you know, yeah, all of us are going to get hurt and we're going to have to get back up and try again, but we can't let it get to a point where we're really being a detriment to our own selves and to other people. Like, you guys, I really do hope you realize you are worthy of love. And I'm sorry if it sounds like I'm being preachy or whatever, but I just want to see everyone who comes in contact with my channel to do well and be good. And that's what I hope for you, Sagittarius. I really do. I hope that July 20 will be better for you guys, and I hope you guys realize how much you truly deserve and how much love you have to give, and how much there are going to be people who want that love, who are going to be genuine with it. Okay? I hope you guys really do realize that. Have a good July 2020, Sagittarius. Bye-bye.